بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على سيد الخلق وحبيب الحق مولانا المختار وعلى آله الأبرار. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very close, a dear friend of mine, brother of mine, had asked me to see if I could make a video on how to perform wudu on the proper Hanafi fiqh way. And so I figured today is a beautiful sunny day. So we are outdoors, and inshallah, I will go ahead and show you how the wudu is done. And so I would like you to follow me. Okay, so we're down here now. I have my water source, and inshallah, before I start though, just want to give you a quick reminders on a few things. There are many sunnah, important sunnah that are involved in performing wudu, but the bare minimum that's required for one to be considered tahir, be able to perform ibadah, are the four faraid in wudu. Number one, washing the face from the top of your hairline, or if you don't have hair, from where normally the hairline starts from, to under the chin, and from this side of the earlobe to the other side of the earlobe, and everything in between has to have water run over it. That's number one fard. Secondly, rinsing your forearms from the tip of your fingers to above the elbows on both of your arms. And then thirdly, at least 1/4 masah, meaning rubbing with the wet hands of the head, if you have hair, and if you don't have hair, of your head. And then fourthly, the fard involved in performing wudu is rinsing your 2 feet, both from the toes all the way to above the ankles. So bare minimum, if this is done, wudu is completed. Obviously, we all strive to perform ibadah and the commandments of Allah and His beloved Prophet ﷺ according to the teachings of Sayyidina Rasulullah, and the teachings involve the sunnah of Sayyidina Rasulullah, and there is more reward in fulfilling in following the sunnah of Sayyidina Rasulullah. So the rest of the activities that you see in performing wudu are the blessed tradition, sunnah of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So with that, we start by making the niyyah, and niyyah does not need to be actually uttered by words, but if you have the intention to make wudu, to perform a salat, that is your intention, that is the niyyah, and that fulfills it. And then you would recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, or Bismillah al-Azim alhamdulillah ala deen al-Islam. And then we'll start the wudu. I'll raise my hands, get ready, I'll take my hat off, get the water source ready. Obviously you want to make sure that you don't waste water. So I start by rinsing my hand, up to the wrist. Make sure you run the water every portion of your hand, and you cross your fingers, known as khilal. After that, we will rinse our mouth 3 times as sunnah. Notice I rubbed my teeth with my finger in the absence of a miswak. Miswak is a sunnah mu'akkada. It's a very important sunnah. So when you're performing wudu, be sure to have miswak with you, so you can use miswak during the wudu. But in the absence of miswak, scholars have said that you can actually use your finger as well to rub your teeth accordingly. And then we go for rinsing our nose up to the soft portion, the cartilage above your nostrils. 3 times. Notice the proper way. I used my right hand to cup the water and rinse my nose, and I use my left hand to wipe or clean the insides of my nose. And if you're fasting, you will only take the water up until the nostrils and not any deeper. Now I'll rinse my face. Notice that I rinse my face entirely, and I made sure the first time I rubbed my hand all over my face, so any dry spots or difficult to reach spots were massaged, and this way, so when the water runs the second time, it reaches that surface area. If you have a big bushy beard like me, then minimum that is required is that once you wash your face, you run your hand from your face and run it through your beard, and that should suffice. You do not have to make sure the water touches the skin inside. However, if you do not have a bushy beard, if you have no beard, which you should have beard because it's the minimum is wajib, or if you have a small beard, in Urdu we say khashkhashi beard, you want to make sure that you rub the water through the beard, and make sure that the skin is rinsed with water. After that, we move on to washing our arms. Notice that I ran my arm both on sides. First, I had the back side of my arm run through the water, and I flipped my forearm and run the water. And while I was doing that, I was rubbing my hand. And this way, any hard to get areas were massaged and softened up. And so this way, when the water runs over them. Because if you don't run the water and only massage in a certain area, it does not fulfill the wudu requirement. So you'll have to massage all the portions of your arm so that any bushy hair or dry skin or calluses are massaged and softened. So this way, when water runs through every surface area of the skin. And you want to make sure it goes all the way to above the elbows on both sides. And you want to do it 3 times on this side and 3 times on this side. And now we'll do the masah of the head. You take a small amount of water to rinse your fingers. You'll start with the first 3 fingers, and you'll go with the first 3 fingers, starting from the front of the forehead, go all the way back without touching the palm of your arms. And on your way back, you would come back, rubbing the palm of your hand on your head and bringing it forward. So you do that and come back, and then you would use your index finger to run across the ridges of your ear all the way. And then with your ring finger, with your pinky finger, you would massage the orifice of your ear. And then with your thumb ready in the back of the ear, you would massage them upwards like so. And then with the back of your hand, you would massage the back of your neck, the right side, and the back of your neck with your left hand. Make sure when you do the masah, you do not bring the back of your arm to the front of your neck. That will make the wudu makruh. So you want to only massage it on the back of your neck. And when you're done with that, you perform khilal of your fingers. This is also from the traditions of the Prophet ﷺ. And so this way it covers all parts of your body. And then finally we come to our feet. So for that same thing, you will make sure you rub your hands thoroughly. And the hadith talks about taghsila, where thoroughly washing your feet. And this is one of the most important parts because many people make mistakes here. So you want to start making sure that you rub every portion, the calluses on your ankles and your heels. You want to make sure they're all softened up and massaged. And then one of the sunnah is to start the khilal of your toes from the pinky toe, from the small toe, and go from inside up and rub them. So this way you also make sure that this area, the dry spots here are also massaged. And you rub, like I have callus on my big toe, so I would rub that and massage that so it softens up and the water runs through. And after you've done that, then you just rinse them 3 times, making sure that every portion of your foot is rinsed. Same thing with the other foot. You would start by making sure you rub every portion of your foot, including the ankles. And I have callus here, so I'm massaging it thoroughly so it softens up, so that when water runs over it, it runs over it, and it's not just being massaged without water running over it. And then you do the khilal of your toes, like so, making sure that there's no dry spots left there. Any calluses that you have, you want to rub over them. And then finally, you want to run water all over your foot, making sure that every part of the foot is thoroughly rinsed and washed. And at the end, there's a masnoon dua that you would recite, and that is, you would raise your index finger indicating tawheed, and you recite the tashahhud, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna sayyidana Muhammadan abduhu rasuluh, and you perform a dua, Allahumma ja'alna min at-tawwabin wa ja'alna min al-mutatahhirin. Ya Allah, keep us from the pious ones who seek forgiveness, and keep us from those who are pure. Ameen. And with that, the wudu is completed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives all tawfiq to perform the perfection, ibadah with perfection, like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us on the straight and narrow, on the straight path. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.